From jazz guitar, I went into the perfect job when I got out of. Well, actually, what had happened is I moved and I switched colleges, and they didn't have guitar anymore, so I took psychology as my major. But I was still really interested in music, obviously, or else I wouldn't be talking about music 25 years later. Oh, there's an itty bitty one. I think I have them far enough away so there's no mob limit. 21, let's let them grow up a little bit more. We should really light this area up too. I always like to have a little peephole too, but that's not going to happen right now. So, oh, hey. Hey, I'm right here. You want to climb the ladder? Come after me. Come on. Hey, where are you going? Mob AI is really weird nowadays. Every time you smack one, they stop. Oh, not this guy. Oh, you know why that's happening. I did put one half slab down, but when I lowered it another half block, I didn't have another. Let's see. God, this is loud. Is that gonna break as a full block? Yes, that is. Shit. That's no fun. I'm gonna, I really need food for this. I have zombie flesh. I guess I could eat a whole bunch of zombie flesh. Because killing these things are gonna make me hungry too. So, what I was saying before is going to school for jazz guitar will get you crappy job. And my out of college job was pizza delivery. I got a potato, I want a carrot. And at the age I was, my boss, I'm gonna go down one. Oops. My boss was in a band in Boston that was playing out 2-3 times a week, and they needed a bass player because their bass player was moving to California to help start a company called Amazon. And I said, yeah, I will play bass for your band just for a couple of weeks until you find a new bass player. Then, I think that would be the way it should be. I like that. Gonna have to move some chests over here. So 10 years later, the band broke up. We didn't do much, but we did play out a lot in Boston, which is really fun. We played with the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. We practiced in the same place that New Kids on the Block practice, which was kind of funny. But But we were doing it for fun, and some shows we would just do just for beer tab. We played the show and just cover our beer for the night, and usually they lost out. I don't want to put anything in there other than this. I should have another chest there for random drops. It gets really loud down there. So, ooh. I will say it was very interesting being in the band. Very expensive being in the band too. Oh, another one of you. Where are you coming from? I guess down there. But why do they have so much health? Maybe just fill something up here. Can the babies get through there? Yeah, tell me. Can the babies get through this? This is really loud. Oh, I can't even get the shit out of there. This is what I'm gonna have to do. Die. Well, I can say that the numbers are pretty good. Kinda surprised. Well, I shouldn't be surprised, but I am. Oh, I should probably stick a hopper underneath there. Collect this stuff. I'll do that another day. I hear a baby. Oh, that's why they're coming through. There we go. See, he can still get me from the corner. Can you hit me? I wonder why they were hitting me a minute ago, but they can't now. So I'm gonna push this back even another block. So that's kind of like how you do these. I really wasn't explaining what it is, but hi. Hi. Go up the water supply. I wonder if the babies are gonna chunk that up. I remember that happening before. I don't know. But it sounds like a chicken just died, so maybe not so bad. I'm gonna go up here for a minute. So, being in the Boston band was an experience. Playing out 2-3 times a night in some of the hottest spots in Boston. I'm not talking like places that have thousands of people, but clubs that can hold 300 to 500 people. Was pretty regular. And we'd share some shows. Our band was basically, I don't know, power pop. I wouldn't even call it that. It was even before power. It's kind of like, who did we get compared to all the time? Kind of like the Pixies, The Pixies were big at the time. We played with Dinosaur Jr., Jay Mascis. I remember one time, Rick Ocasek from the Cars was playing on Lansdowne Street. they had some sort of music festival on there, and our practice space was on Lansdowne Street right behind the Green Monster at Fenway Park. So we opened the windows to the practice space. It was above a bar called Bill's Bar, which I don't think exists anymore, but it was right next to Mama Kin, where Aerosmith ended up putting their bar. And we'd play, and one particular day they had a whole bunch of bands on Lansdowne Street and we were practicing. So we opened our windows while Rick Ocasek was playing and tried to blast him out. We kind of pissed him off, but at that time his band was already done, and Rick Ocasek, Cars, if you're wondering, lead singer from the Cars. So we had some good times, some drunken times, some wish I hadn't done things time. So that was an exciting time, and I ended up buying a Rickenbacker black and white bass and a 1969 acoustic bass cabinet, which was used by John Entwistle to sound like Chris Squire. So I basically had Chris Squire's bass set up, but my amp was supposedly John Entwistle's, but I'm not sure. I don't have any documents on it, but it's got four 15-inch speakers on it. And when I would start up the show, because usually the bass is hard wired into the PA system to make things easier, because you don't really put effects on the bass, to figure out the volume that I needed to play in the band, I would stand in front of the amp, hit the low string, and turn it up until my pants started moving from the vibration of the air. So if I was playing the bass and my pants was moving, I was at the right volume. So we were loud and obnoxious. We had one guitarist that he was a decent rhythm guitar player, and the other guy was just a kind of a fuck up. But he was kind of like the Kurt Cobain of the band, actually. I don't even want to get into it. But it's kind of funny because he used to bartend at the Four Seasons in Boston. But I haven't spoken to any of them in probably a decade now. We're friends on Facebook, but we don't actually do anything. And seeing I was the music guy, I recorded most of our practices and so forth. We had a few hours worth of songs, so it is floating in there. Chicken stuff. I'm really hoping these baby zombies aren't going to cause a problem. So now I understand where they were coming from. It's before... Ooh, there's another potato. I want a carrot, though. Before, when I was up here and I was hitting them, I'm like, why do they have so much health? And it was because I thought they were dropping down and having all that health, but it was just because they're running out of here. So, are you going to hurt me? No. Let's kill this up. See if my food is done up on this surface. And then I'm going to come down here and maybe make some revisions. I don't know. Actually, you know what I want to do is get some obsidian. We can do that right around the corner. Let's see. Hi. That makes things a little easier, I think. And I get all this stuff, I guess, right? Yeah. So, 64.34 and a potato. Shh. You guys are way too loud. I'm gonna need some of this to get back to where my food is. So I actually had to sell the guitar. I love that guitar. As a matter of fact, my wife says as soon as we get the money, we're buying it again because I long for it so much. I bring it up all the time. Looked like if you ever heard of Motorhead, you can think of the lead singer, the guitarist, the guitar he was holding. It's a lot quieter up here. I like that. Hey, rabbits. So that didn't really take that long. There are monsters nearby. Yeah, I'll die. Now that I killed you, I'm gonna have 10 more monsters following me now. Yeah, here you come. Come on, bring it on, you zombie horde. Okay, who else is tracking me? There we go. Sleep, 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 sleep. Sleep. Burn, 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 burn. Okay. At least I am close enough to have all this. Well, I guess we're gonna have enough stuff for books. Oh yeah, look at all that. Wait. So when I was in the band, I I bought myself a 4-track, a tape player 4-track machine, because anything better wasn't invented at the time. And I started recording music, and it wasn't good. I don't want to eat you. But I enjoyed doing it. I had a little drum machine I bought from a neighbor, and I would take a Neil Peart, who is a drummer, or Peart, I should say, from Rush, and I had a drum book with all his drummings and all the songs, and he's like the drummer from heaven. He's an incredible drummer, and so I would write some music. Whoa. You really just shoot me, bro? So I'd write some music. I'd figure out what time it was in, like, what key time signature it was in. And then I would browse the Rush Neil Peart. Oh, you suck. Drum book for something that would fit. And then it was always a little too complicated because Neil Peart's drumming is complicated. And half the battle would be, or half the fun, I should say, when I say battle, I really mean fun, was to program the drum machine. Then I would record the drums into the tape player. Then I would, whether or not it would be a real bass guitar, depends if it was before I had a good bass, or if the bass was left in the band practice space. Sometimes I would do the bass on a normal guitar, and then add 2 more guitars on it and record music that way, which was fun. I rather enjoyed that. I might as well stick my seeds in there too. I think I'm gonna breed a whole bunch of you up and start doing some killing. So I wrote, God, a whole bunch of music like that. Then I started trying to write more strange experimental music with the 4-track. And then I ran across well, I guess I'll just kill you guys now. I have enough sufficient space. The Beastie Boys were promoting a program on the computer called Acid Pro or something like that. And I got myself a copy. And basically, what it was that you could take samples and samples of other people's music and kind of write songs around it. Oops. And doing the editing hand-wise in the past and going, oh, well, this guitar take was bad. I got to redo it and redo the whole thing. I could just take the little section I didn't like and just move it over and edit out the bad note or whatever. And it became a really easy way of doing music. So I started making music on the computer with that program, which I don't know if Fruity Loops or FL Studios is what is it called now. I think that's the program prior to that existence. And that's what got me into beat-orientated music. So I grew up on melody-based music, which is classical music or a lot of the prog rock bands. Then there is something, normal rock and roll music that you hear on the stations, which is basically chordal-based music. And in the last couple of decades, a new type of music came into style, and that is based on beats, and it's I kind of considered it beat music. Instead of the melodic music, everything is based on a melody. Even the drums play a melody, kind of. Good, I won't fall into that anymore. That's done. We'll put that over here, I guess. I really need a lot more leather. That's only enough for 9 books, so 3 bookcases. I guess I should go back down. Right. What was I gonna do? Go back down and do something. Here you are. How could I miss that? So the music like a Deadmau5 or Tomorrowland music is what I started making at that time. And I still do. Oops. Fuck. Did I just make a hole in this roof? And that's because of the Beastie Boys. And it was, I think, after their second album came out that they started promoting that software.